Hey, good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions. This is Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary. It is Thursday morning. It's June the 12th. Good morning, everyone. And we'll talk about the export sales and the upcoming supply and demand report that will be out later today. Hope your day is off to a good start and had a good night. Looking forward to today's trade. A lot of media yesterday, Rural Radio podcasts, RFD TV in the morning, the Commodity Wrap podcast, and then Chip Flory's AgriTalk podcast yesterday as well. So tons of media. A little bit slower day probably today. We'll be definitely doing RFD TV at 8:15, talking about the exports and the supply and demand report, and maybe some other media appearances as it's a report day, and that always is a busy day. Let's look at overnight markets. Dollar just crashing in here this morning. There's only a few days left to trade in this U.S. dollar in the June contract. Need to be rolling over to September. But we're seeing a big crash there that should be supportive to commodities in general. Natural gas is seeing a rebound while crude oil is lower. Remember, yesterday we had a huge rally in crude oil. It came because of rising tensions in the Middle East between the U.S. and Iran. U.S. ordered evacuation of embassy personnel, just based off of the fears here that we saw that things were escalating. And I don't think they've been resolved by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe tensions have eased just a little bit, and we're seeing crude oil ease as well. Stock market a little bit softer here this morning. We actually are well off our lows after the numbers that came out this morning. PPI only 0.1%. Expectations for larger than that. Core PPI 0.1%. Month over month was expecting 0.3%. Year over year PPI 2.6%, right in line with the expectations. The inflation that everyone predicted would happen because the tariffs have not happened. There is not that inflation that we're seeing, especially since we've seen gas prices ease for the most part off of their highs that they were a year ago and even 6-8 months ago. So that inflation that we've talked about is just really not happening. So stock market is down this morning. Gold and silver a little higher. Corn ends 3 cents better. Beans 2 higher July, but 5 higher in November. In fact, all these commodities are higher mainly because this dollar is crashing, as wheat is up 1 to 2 cents overnight. So let's talk about these markets in here and what we can expect in our trade today. Weather maps continue to call for very high probability above average temps and moisture across the U.S. That's going to be nearly ideal for crop development, and not much of a change there. Export sales, I think, have to be concluded just disappointing all the way around. Corn at 31.2 million bushels old crop, but there was a net reduction for new crop sales of 1.2 million. Old crop beans were a marking year low at only 2.3 million bushels, new crop at 2.1. Our new crop sales pace is anemic, almost similar to last year's pace, which had a terrible start. And wheat sales were 14.3. That's down from previous weeks. Wheat sales have been off to a blistering start, best in 12 years, but this is not a good number, or not a great number for the wheat market. Supply and demand report is out 11 o'clock today at 11 o'clock Central Time. We'll have updates and audio comments directly after the report comes out. Check out our website and go to the noon market news commentary. We will get the updates as soon as we can. Corn stocks estimated to be 1.392 billion, down from 1.415. This is going to support old crop corn going into the report. Corn stocks for new crop about 1.8 billion bushels. What could be detrimental to this report is Brazil's corn production could be updated at a much larger number than anticipated. Soybean stocks for the old crop at 350, virtually unchanged, and new crop stocks at 291. I don't expect we'll see any production changes for corn and soybeans within this report. It's just too early in the growing season. Wheat stocks at 842 million, and that's for the old crop, and new crop at 924. Wheat production will be updated, and it should be increased to about 1.924 billion bushels. Beef sales this morning were 15.3 million tons, shipments of 14.8. And here's the pork, only 9.7. That's down almost 75% from last week and the 4-week average. It's a really disappointing number. Not marking your lows, but it's a terrible number for pork that have been enjoying a very strong run in the cash markets, and partly due to the cutouts and strong exports. This may temper some of that buying enthusiasm as sales have slowed considerably. No cash cattle trade yesterday. We did see a little bit of a slowdown in the slaughter pace, and cutouts are responding positively to that. So slaughter 341,000 week to date. That is about 18 behind last week, and about 26,000 behind a year ago levels, but margins did improve a little bit. Box beef was higher. Have a great day. Good luck, everyone. Good trading, and we'll talk to you very soon.